Is the TTArtisan 27mm the perfect travel lens? Let's talk about it. I picked up the TTArtisan 27mm 2.8, and the reason I picked it up was because I wanted a lens that was compact enough to basically fit in my pocket along with the A6700. As you can see, this kind of just becomes something that is pretty pocketable. You know, maybe not like a girl pocket, but like a sling or a small purse or just a coat pocket. It does fit in there. And I got this lens on a whim. It's 150 bucks, and I wasn't sure if it would be great or not. But I did take this lens to New York, and I kind of loved all the pictures that came out of it, honestly. The lens does have heavy vignetting. I am not a pixel peeper, so we're not going to pull out any charts or any of that. We're just going to talk about what I think about it. I took this lens on a trip to New York, and I really enjoyed every picture that came out of it, or almost every picture. There is a heavy vignetting, which can easily be removed, but honestly I feel like it does add some character to the images, and I kind of like it. I think that the colors and the way that the image is reminiscent of a vintage lens, which I enjoy vintage lenses a lot. I own a few. But you have the added bonus of the autofocus, which is great. I know there's people that are against autofocus, but I think that it's a great tool, especially if you're looking for a pocketable, everyday carry kind of camera. The other thing I have to say about the TTArtisan is the autofocus can be a little bit slow, but it's 150 bucks, so like, I don't know. I've also heard people's, when they do the update via the USB-C, that it improves. So I guess that depends on the person. And I've heard that it can improve a little bit if you do the updates, the firmware updates. But honestly, it wasn't too bad. I didn't have any like bad issues with it. I think for the price of this lens, it's honestly fantastic, and they're creating some great stuff. I'm really tempted to get their 35mm 1.8 and to see what that's like. But there's also the Viltrox one. I want to try the Viltrox. I did also get this 20mm, but honestly, I think I'm leaning towards liking the TTArtisan more. I did make a video comparing these two. I've been enjoying this one in particular, and I think it might be the one I keep. I don't know, it's just a great lens. It's like, you can't go wrong with this for 150 bucks, I think it is. Like, I just love how compact it is. Like, I carry a lot of heavy lenses and a lot of heavy equipment, that it's really nice to just have basically this is all you have together. Like, I don't know, it's hard to complain. Like, this together like this is just absolutely tiny. This fits in your coat. This isn't like a pixel peeping review, and I'm gonna post different pictures of things that I took. I think the one thing is I did try to shoot at 2.8 a lot, so the one thing I'd probably change is shooting a little bit, maybe at like 4, just to take away some of the vignetting. I think the vignetting kind of gets a little bit better when you go up in your f-stop. I also, the other thing I think would be cool is to add a Pro Mist on top of this lens. I think if you added a Pro Mist, you'd get some really interesting, almost vintage lens looking like images. So I'd be really excited to try that as well. But so far, if you're looking at this lens, like, just buy it, because it's great. It's honestly like, I don't know what else you could get at that price point. I don't know what else you guys could get at that price point for what you're getting. I wish it was a little bit wider than 27. I wish it was like 20, but because on the crop sensor that does become like slightly too tight. That's the only criticism I had, is sometimes I felt like I was too tight. Other than that, it's great. Links to everything I yap about will be down in the description as well. But let me know what you think of if you have any other ideas for compact lenses.